Well, hi once again, everybody. Welcome into another, it's going to be a great edition of the 19th Hole Podcast for golfers. I'm your host, Dennis Silvers, and we've got a spectacular show in store for you today on many, many levels. You know, golfers come in all sizes and all ages. And that's one great thing about the game of golf. I tell people that want to learn how to play golf and this and that. You could play this game until you're almost dead. I mean, literally, you could travel around the world and play wonderful golf courses all around, meet some very cool people, go to some very, very nice resorts. You're constantly working on your game, but you could start when you're a little bitty thing or, later in life. It really doesn't matter. It's such a great, captivating game that it really doesn't matter. And on today's show, we've got a very, very special guest for you, and it's going to be a great example of what I am talking about when I say you could start this game very, very young. So let me tell you a little bit about our special guest, Xavier, aka Zevi Perez. Started playing golf at the very tender age of 2 years old. He was born in March of 2010. Zevi started competing at the age of 3, believe it or not. After about 7 years of competition, Zevi has won over, get this, 250 tournaments, and is considered one of the best up-and-coming junior golfers in the country. You think? One of the more fascinating things about Zevi's tournaments is that lots of times when he would enter and was competing, he won when he played against his older competition. Okay, in other words, say he was in the 45-year age range, he would play against kids that were 6 and 7 and still beat their butt. So I've got a long list of Zevi's tournaments here, and let me just give you a few of the highlighted events, and you'll get a good feeling for what I'm talking about. 2016 U.S. Kids Georgia State Invitational 6 and under. He won that. 2016 Carolinas Invitational champion, ages 7 to 8. The 2017 U.S. Kids Spring Season champion for 7 years old. 2017 U.S. Kids tournament, the Charleston Tour. 7-year-old winter season champion. 2018, we're getting a little closer, Georgia State Junior Tour, ages 8 to 11. Northern Regional State champion. Named to the 2018 All-Georgia Junior Golf Team in the age range of 11 to 8 years old. 2019 Hurricane Junior Golf Tour, Augusta Junior Open champion in the 10 and under division. Age 10 Hurricane Junior Golf Tour, the Georgia Junior Open 11 to 13 division champion. And the last couple, 2020 Georgia State Player of the Year, 12 to 14-year-old division. 2021 runner-up at the MAC Champion Invitational, Houston, Texas. 2021 U.S. Kids Golf Spring Season champion, and it goes on and on and on. So you're in for a special treat. So right now it's my pleasure. Let's bring up Zevi Perez and get this interview underway. And Zevi, thanks for taking time out of what I know is a busy practice schedule and coming on the show with us, my friend.
How you doing, sir? Thank you for having me.
I'm doing great. I know, is red your favorite color?
Oh, yes, sir.
Do you wear that in all the competition you play?
All the time, sir. But sometimes I go a little bit, sometimes else. But
Okay.
it's my favorite.
All right. Understandably, Zevi, you say your dreams are and aspirations are to play one day on the PGA Tour. I get that. And you also want to attend Stanford and obviously be on their golf team. I'm curious as to, I think I know, and you know something? I'm going to write the answer down right here. And before I ask you, and let's see if I have an inkling of what I'm talking about, why do you want to attend Stanford as opposed to all of the other colleges that will open up to you for a golf scholarship?
One of the things too, sir, is that my idol Tiger Woods went there, and I think it's a great golf team, sir.
It is. Interesting you say that. I don't know. Hopefully they could get this on camera, but I wrote the answer, and we haven't talked about this before, and I'm going to show it to you. Can you see where it says Tiger Woods?
Ooh, yes, sir.
Yeah, so that makes me kind of a magician, doesn't it?
It does, sir.
Because I knew that. How do you like when people talk about you and compare you to the upcoming Tiger Woods? How does that make you feel?
It feels great, but I gotta stay humble. I mean, I can't let that get to my head.
No, you have to stay humble. That's very, very true. Because when you don't stay humble, as you know, it causes some issues mentally, and that translates to your golf game, and you sure as heck don't want that to happen. Why do you think, Zevi, you developed such a passion for golf in particular as opposed to any other sport?
I mean, golf has always been my passion since I was 2 years old. It's just what I always wanted to do.
Okay.
I mean, there's other sports, I played. I did swimming, basketball, and all that, but golf is the one I love the most.
Okay. Did your mom and dad push you in any way to become more active in golf than the other sports that you were playing?
No, sir. Actually, it was the opposite. I'm the one who was, dragging my papa out to the course. Come on, let's play 18, let's play 9, just practice, chip and putt.
Okay. All right. That's pretty much what I thought. I think a lot of people that are going to be watching, that are watching this show and listening, wonder if you work with a particular swing coach, and if so, number one, who is he? And number two, what type of swing philosophy is he teaching you?
Well, my long game coach, Mr. Donnie Lee, I've been working with him for about a year now, and he's been teaching me more of modern golf. So it's more about distance now. He teaches me a lot of things that honestly I never did, honestly. So he's teaching me more of modern golf, how to hit the ball straighter and farther, flattening my swing plane more.
Okay. Okay.
So it's kind of to improve my distance.
Okay. Do you feel he's giving you a particular type of swing philosophy that perhaps he learned before becoming a golf coach? You know what I'm talking about? One plane, two plane, flatter swing, or whatever. How would you describe your swing?
I would describe it kind of like what you said, sir. Two planes, more about going a little outside on the backswing, but come down a little bit more inside out to hit a draw, sir.
Okay, so you like hitting it, you like moving the ball right to left.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And my short game coach is Mr. Chip Deason, and I known him since I was 4 years old, sir. And he's teaching me more like touch around the greens, how to lag, sink more putts.
Okay.
So I known him for a very, very long time, sir.
Well, that's important because that's one of the things you need to do when you develop a trust with any of the golf coaches that you have. So you trust them and they trust you, and you understand what they're talking about. That's very important. By the way, what kind of clubs are you playing, Zevi?
My irons, sir, are TaylorMade P790, sir. Is what I'm currently using.
Okay.
Sim 2 driver and Sim 3 wood, 5 wood, and hybrid. And then I'm using Cleveland rusted wedges and a lab golf putter.
Okay, you got some good technology in your bag, because TaylorMade is known for obviously having a lot of technology. So that's very, very good for you. Do you pay attention to stats at all when you're in a tournament or after a while? Maybe as far as hitting greens, up and downs, driving distance. By the way, what is your driving distance? Because you're not the biggest person out there, like a lot of young kids are. What is your driving distance, and what do you hope to obtain later on?
My driving distance, sir, I can hit the ball to 280 to 286, sir. Right now, for my age, I'm not trying to swing way too hard, but right now I'm doing good with 280, 285, sir.
That's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. And how tall are you, and how much do you weigh?
In shoes, sir, I'm 5'2", sir. Without, 5'1", sir. I weigh 120 pounds, sir.
Okay, that is absolutely, those are absolutely great numbers. And what kind of golf ball are you using, Zevi?
Encore Vero X1, sir.
Okay, it's a great ball.
I want to tell you, sir, I've been using Encore ever since the caliber came out, and I was using the caliber, and it had like that metal sound, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Then I've been using the Avant and the Alexa, and now the Vero X1, sir.
Okay. Well, let me just show you this as long as we're talking about that. You're probably familiar. I've got some Elixir right here from Encore Golf. Are you aware that they were the top pick very recently for the top ball from My Golf Spy? Do you know that?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Not until now.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
The Elixir is a great ball, but they're having great success with that Vero 1. They're getting a lot of people to switch over to that. All right, I'll tell you what, Zevi, we're going to leave you right where you are. We're going to step away. We're going to take a short break, and we come back. We're going to have a lot more for our very special guest, Zevi Perez. So stay with us.
When I first learned about Encore, I was a little taken back because I didn't know much about the ball. I went out and played a couple rounds with it, and I was just extremely surprised how this ball made up for what I was looking for in a golf ball 20 years ago. It's a very straight ball. It launches a little higher than other balls that I've used, which is ideal for the tour because we're playing firm and fast greens. A lot of the balls do fly very similar, but this ball reacts so much differently around the greens and inside 100 yards than any other ball I've ever played. The combination of this ball is the best ball that I've ever played.
Golfers at every level strive to hit the ball like a tour player, setting the club perfectly at the top, storing all the energy as they unwind and their club head approaches the ball, striking it flush at impact and staring it down as it explodes off the club towards the target. Introducing Precision Impact. Precision Impact is the single tool that will accelerate that process and get anybody striking the ball with complete command. Unlike any other product, Precision Impact is designed to keep the hands quiet and prevent the fatal flipping or scooping of the hands. This amazing product will actually reprogram your brain to keep your hands in the perfect textbook position. Precision Impact will soon have you hitting the most crisp, consistent shots of your life. As you start your backswing, you should hear several clicks as your wrist folds properly for a perfect set at the top of your swing. From there, allow your arms to fall as you aggressively rotate through the ball, knowing your Precision Impact will keep your hands and club head in the ideal position. Order now at PrecisionImpactGolf.com and never look back.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to more of the 19th Hole podcast for golfers. I'm Dennis Silvers, having a wonderful conversation with our special guest, Zevi Perez, and the up-and-coming Tiger Woods, and he's certainly proving that with winning everything in sight and all of that kind of stuff. Zevi, let me ask you a couple of questions. What most did you admire about Tiger's game? And number two, given his injury and everything, do you think he's coming back to competitive golf?
With this game, why I admire him so much
Yeah.
is because he's got that like competitive drive, and he transcended the game of golf. So he's fierce too. That's what I like to say, and he never quits, never backs down. He's always pushing the limits.
Yep, that's true. And do you think he's gonna make a return to the PGA Tour?
I think so, sir. He's did it before, and I hope and pray that he'll make it back and keep playing some good golf.
Yep. A lot of people do, Zevi. I have my personal doubts. I don't think he will, but yet that remains to be seen. Zevi, what's the strongest part of your game? And when you're competing and that particular part of your game starts going south, what do you do to hold it together to get it in the house?
One of my strongest parts of my game, sir, is my driving. That's been pretty good too, and it's always gave me some success, sir. But also my iron game and putting's coming along great.
Okay.
So my biggest strength, I would say, sir, is my driving, sir.
Okay, when that starts going south, when you start snap hooking the ball or pushing it right or something like that, or not getting it in the face, what do you do to get that under control enough to finish the round?
Honestly, sir, I don't get really mad. But let's say if I was due, I would just take some deep breath, go to my mom, she calms me down, ask for my papa for some advice, and continue through, sir.
Okay. So your mom and dad come out and watch you play in most events?
All the time, sir. Every
that's
event,
great.
my mom and dad come out.
That's great. So you have that built-in cheerleading factor going for you. No, that's absolutely awesome.
Yes, sir.
I congratulate your mom and dad for doing that. Zevi, there's an old adage in golf that, and I know I was told this, and I actually tried to do it when I was growing up and learning how to play golf. An old adage that if you continually try to play with better golfers, that's going to help your game and make you a better player. But in your case, you were already kicking butt, with the older kids. But do you think that's true? Did you try to do that, play with better players so you can kind of pick up things?
Yes, sir. Because I think if you're playing with better golfers, you learn from them.
Okay.
When I'm playing with I played one time with the Georgia the college team, and that was really cool, and I learned a lot of things that day.
Okay.
So, but I believe in that one too, sir.
Yeah, I do too. I think there's something to that. We talked about the equipment that you play, tailor-made. You've got a great bag of technology there. Have you been offered from other golf club manufacturers their clubs? They want you to play ping or whatever it might be.
Not right now, sir. I know I got one of the drivers from TaylorMade, and that was really cool, sir. But not right now, sir.
Okay. Have you hit other clubs when you're practicing to see how you do with them? See how they feel?
Yes,
see
sir.
what kind of ball reaction you get with it?
With me, sir, I'm always constantly tinkering with clubs. One thing I try to see is how much distance I can get and how much the spin is. So when I was using the Encore ball and I hit the few other drivers and I was kind of like, okay. Then I tried the Sim 2 and I was able to control my spin rates, my distance, and everything was pretty good, sir.
No, that's very good. Of all the courses you've played so far, Zevi, and I know you've played a lot of them, do you have any favorites so far of anything, any tournaments that you've played? And tell us about that.
Oh, yes, sir. I played Spyglass, Spanish Bay, Poppy Hills, and Pebble Beach, sir.
Oh,
I had
awesome.
a great time out there. I shot 75, Noise. That's at Poppy. I shot 73 at Spanish Bay, which was the first one I played. I went to Spyglass, shot 75,
Wow.
Poppy Hills, 72, and at Pebble Beach, I shot 78, sir.
Wow. That's absolutely awesome. That's absolutely
It
awesome.
was
Go
it
ahead.
was so beautiful too at Pebble Beach. Everything
Oh,
looked
yeah.
so nice.
You're taking pictures the whole way around. I remember the first time I played Pebble, I'd hit a shot and wait, I got to take a picture and, all of that stuff. That's absolutely sensational. And I'm assuming, Zevi, that you play all these courses from the back tees?
Yes, well, I played them when I was little. So when I just turned 8, I played them from the white tee, sir.
Okay, that's still a wonderful score. What do you see in your future as far as more competitive tournaments and just getting the exposure that you really deserve? What are your plans?
My plan, sir, is to keep on working hard, never give up, and hopefully I can play college golf. That would be nice. And hopefully I can get my tour card and try to play the PGA, sir.
Okay. And I want you to keep me in mind, Zevi. I want you to write this down when you get on tour, and I have no doubt that you're going to get on tour. I want you to keep me in mind for your caddy.
Oh, I will, sir.
You're spending a lot of money on a caddy. I want you to keep me in mind. So anyway, all right, Zevi, stay there. We're going to take another short break. We're going to come back and have a few more questions for you. So stay with us. We're back after this. Hey, golfers. I've been a golf talk show host for a long time, and I've been playing golf even longer. Being in golf media, I've had the chance to play every ball ever made. I've tried them all. Well, my search is finally over because I found the best ball I have ever played with. And more golfers are finding the same thing. I started playing with the Elixir golf ball made by Encore Golf. Encore Golf has revolutionized both their golf balls, the Elixir or the Avant 55, or the brand new Vero X1, to where the performance of either will simply blow you away. It did me. If you're looking for better performance and durability with your ball, Encore Golf has it. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out at EncoreGolf.com and you'll become convinced, as I am, the first time you tee it up with Encore. It's the best performing ball for the price. Go to EncoreGolf.com and see for yourself. Your scores will love you for it. That's ONCORE golf.com.
One of the buzzwords happening in golf is the word lag. You hear it all the time, but what is it, and how do I get it? Lag simply is the loading of the club to help produce tons of power in your golf swing. Up until now, getting lag into your swing has been very hard. Introducing the Lag Shot, a brand new proven training aid being praised by some of the leading PGA Tour instructors across the globe. This practice aid trains your hands, arms and body how to make a powerful, efficient golf swing with an amazing amount of lag. Lag Shot is a 7-iron length club with the same loft and lie with a whippy, flexible blue shaft and a beautiful jet black club head. After you master the Lag Shot, your game will change forever with a stress-free swing, more power and more distance with lower scores every time you play. Go to lagshotgolf.com and you'll see why this truly is becoming the #1 training aid in golf. Visit lagshotgolf.com.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are having a great conversation with our special guest, Zevi Perez. And you saw the commercial about Lag Shot. Lag Shot is a wonderful training aid that I use every day. And I want to congratulate Gary Guerrero, who is the owner of Lag Shot Golf. He just was awarded the ClickFunnels 2 Commas Award. And it might take you a while to figure out. but he did this in the first year, and that means, bottom line, the product is selling very, very well. And his bank account's getting pretty healthy. He's doing a lot of business. That's the reason for the 2 commas. So congratulations to Gary Guerrero. Anyway, back with our interview with Zevi. Go ahead, hon. I'm sorry.
Speaking of commercials too, I just saw the Encore commercials, and I won a lot of balls with the Elixir. I even have mine right here.
There you go. Good for you. Good for you. What do you feel, speaking of lag shot, what do you feel about the importance of having a lot of lag in your swing, Zevi? Do you think that's a good thing or bad thing?
It's a good thing, sir. My coach is trying to teach me to improve my lag more. So I think it's a good thing, sir.
Yeah. I think maybe if I get you out a lag shot training aid, you ought to use it, and that's going to do it for you.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You know what I mean?
Thank you so much.
Who do you admire on tour, and why do you admire them, Zevi?
Besides Tiger Woods, I always
Right.
admired him. That would be Brooks Koepka, John Rahm, Roy McIlroy, Tony Finau, Dustin Johnson, and I have a lot, sir.
Yeah, they're all good, and of course Tony Finau just won a
just
tournament a
recently
while
won.
ago back. Yeah, and it's interesting you mention all of those guys because they're all known as bombers, right? So I guess you
Oh,
admire guys
yes, sir.
that hit the ball a long way.
Yes, sir. Brooks
Yeah.
Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau, don't get me started, he pounds the ball super far.
You know
But-
that Bryson DeChambeau's coming out to Mesquite here in southern Nevada, about 100 miles east of North Las Vegas. He's going to compete in the World Long Drive competition. And obviously he could hit it a long way, but I mean, you never know. I don't give him much of a chance, but I admire him coming out there and kind of putting his reputation on the line. I think it's absolutely great. How do you select the tournaments that you do to play in, number one? And Zevi, number two, are you going to expand your horizon, so to speak, and maybe start traveling out of your area to some different tournaments?
To be honest, sir, we've been traveling all over the place. You went to New York, sir. For the
Okay.
International Junior Masters, and I played with the big kids. All of them were 15, 18 years old.
Right,
I was the youngest one there,
right.
and played in elimination, and I was able to make it past the first round, and me and my parents were like, whew, we didn't expect that coming. So then there was another round, and that was to get me to tomorrow's round. I got past that one and closed out the kid. And the 2 kids I was playing with, they were really good players.
Yeah.
One was playing for Ohio State, and the other one was playing at Penn State. So
That's
I got
awesome.
done, and I made it to the semifinals. And
That's
a
awesome.
really talented kid from Scotland. He beat me, but I came in 3rd place overall, sir.
That's fantastic. What's the reaction you get from these college guys when they see you show up?
Honestly, me being the youngest one there, honestly, I don't really know, but maybe a surprise, honestly, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
But everyone at that tournament was really nice. They were competitive and overall great players, sir.
That's great, and you're to be congratulated on that. You ever got any plans to come out to see me in Las Vegas? We got some pretty darn good golf courses out here. I'd love to tee it up with you. You give me 3 aside, and we'll go for it.
Oh, yes, sir, but there's one teeny little problem.
What?
No 3 aside, straight up golf, sir.
All right. Well, just send me your address and I'll mail you the check right now. All right. Do both your mom and dad play golf, Zevi?
Yes, sir. When
All right.
me and my dad started at the same time, and we were playing, and it started when I was 2 years old, and we used to go out to the golf course.
Right.
We played a lot, and had a lot of very competitive matches.
Yeah.
And he used to beat me, but hey, I'm only 2 years old.
Yeah.
I think when I got to 5, I started beating him by a lot.
Okay.
And now it just.
Yeah, but it's still
But-
great. It's still great playing with your dad, isn't it? It's terrific.
Oh yes, sir.
And
It's always fun.
oh, it's always fun, and it doesn't matter
And
how
my-
you play.
And my mom, she's my love coach, but on that she's pretty good at putt, sir.
That's really good. That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you. Well, anyway, Zevi, I'm gonna let you go, and because I know
Sure.
you're practicing all the time. What do you do about school, by the way? Before I let you go.
School, pretty much, it's we have daily classes, language arts, the basic subjects. I get done. I'm homeschooled, by the way.
You're
too, sir.
homeschooled, right?
That gives me a lot of time in golf. But the daily what I do is I get to my assembly. That's at 8:30. My classes is at 9 o'clock. And now that I'm 6 already updated it, so I take 3 classes, one at 9 o'clock, one at 11 o'clock, and one at 1 p.m., sir.
That's fantastic. And when you get to college, whether it's Stanford or anywhere else, what do you want your major to be, do you think? Are you interested in one particular subject?
Probably for me, I'm not the best at math. But
Me neither.
Probably anything but math, sir.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not the best at math either, so we've got that in common. Anyways,
But I do like one math, sir.
what?
If I'm adding birdies on my scorecard, I think that's probably the best math I can do.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Well, I just well, go ahead.
I wanted to tell you, sir, my friend, Mr. Eddie Rowland of Next Belt,
Yes.
he lives in Las Vegas, so I'm going to try to come out and visit, sir. That'd be
Oh,
great.
that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. Maybe I'd love to have him. Could you send me his information and I could try to get in touch with him?
Yes, sir.
And get him on the show?
Be a pretty good threesome.
Oh, that would be great. Send me his info and I'm going to get in touch with him. That would be fantastic. All right, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for taking the time. We certainly enjoyed it. We want to wish you all the best going forward, and we're going to have you back on the show sooner than later, Zevi. And thank your mom and dad for letting you do this.
I will, sir. Thank you so much for having me, sir. It means a lot, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you, Zevi. All right, there's Xavier Perez, a.k.a. Zevi. Great kid, and he's going to be a wonderful player. All right, we're going to go into our game improvement tip of the week with Scratch Golf Academy and Adam Bazalgette. And here's another great tip from you, and then we'll be back and finish up the show.
Hello, Adam Bazalgette here, founder of Scratch Golf Academy. Today's subject, 3 tips to help you hit those irons more consistently. Got some ideas for you. There's a lot of variables, obviously, but got 3 things. I think if you do these in the backswing, they'll really help, and I'll have feels and drills associated with each. Well, very briefly, if you're new to Scratch Golf Academy and you've never subscribed, really appreciate it if you do that. Also, if you do subscribe, we'll get you free content coming. Hit that little red bell. You get notified every time a new video is coming out. Okay, key number 1 in my book, in the backswing, that's Davis Love on the left. Let's take him to the top of his backswing. Let's take Bryson DeChambeau to the same spot. Stay centered with your upper body. It doesn't mean there's not pressure in your back leg, but you want to keep that body, that upper body, nicely centered there. It is much, much easier to get back to the golf ball than if you get way behind it. Let's have a look at, say, Jessica Korda. Let's put her at the top. Again, nice and centered. Ball pretty much underneath her body, much easier for irons. Okay, a great way to work on that is just take a coat hanger and bend it and place it so that the end of it sticks out over the golf ball. There's plenty of room for your club. What it creates, though, is a scenario where I can see the coat hanger, from my perspective, I'll show it to you in just a second, splicing the golf ball. So if I move, I immediately sense a change in that relationship. It is a great way to sit and work on staying centered over the golf ball. Let me show you close up what that would look like if you did it for yourself. So that's the player's view. There's plenty of room for the club in there, and you'll notice if you move, you'll sense an immediate change in the relationship of the hanger to the ball. So number 2 on my list, don't let the arms get behind you in the backswing. That's Ben Hogan there. You probably recognize him. So we're saying to the side of your body here somewhere is where we want the arms. Let's have a look at Tiger Woods there. Talk about 2 good ones there. His swing's a little longer. It certainly depends on the player, but I think almost always you'll see the arms over there on the side. Now you might get a young player like Justin Thomas, very flexible, very slim, very talented. He would come pretty close, but I would say still on that side of the body. So unless you're very flexible and slim and coordinated, keep those arms more over where Tiger has his. It's a lot easier to get them back in front of you to hit the ball. Okay, well, the big distinction to me is this trail arm, the right arm for the right-handed golfer. That's the one that folds the most in the backswing. That's the one you've got to get right. Here's the distinction, if you like, I would make. I would not try to get the club head wide. I wouldn't get a wide takeaway. Medium is certainly suitable. It's as you hinge your wrist. That's where the problems come in. So it's really from about club parallel to end of the backswing that you're going to have the job. And what I want you to feel, this trail hand as it breaks, pushing out into that glove thumb. If you can, from this area to that area, keep some pressure out there, you'll have a good wrist hinge, you'll have a nice short arm swing in front of your body. Okay, number 3 for me, and if you get this one right, it's going to help you do the one we just discussed, and that is, where is the club in the takeaway? The great majority of people get that club too active, it gets behind them, gets flat if you like. Number 1, you're probably going to have to lift the club then to get it into position, and that's likely going to cause you to overswing. Number 2 though, once that club starts wobbling around and you're trying to correct for it, odds of hitting the ball solidly start to go down. So here's the drill I would recommend for that. Trail hand awareness. If I had a bug on that lead glove, I was going to swing back a wee bit and smack it like that, I wouldn't roll this hand. It just wouldn't happen. It would have a slight arc, but it wouldn't roll. So we're going to take that trail hand, put it in front of the club, back of fingers against the shaft, and just practice a couple of little takeaways, just a foot, foot and a half or so, and you'll notice this palm's looking more in front of me. Again, matching that arc, nothing manipulated. And once you've pumped it a couple of times like that, grab it and try it again. You will have the right feel. You get this right, you can do the second one right, keep it wide and short, you'll be on your way to good iron play.
As golfers, we want instant gratification when it comes to a better golf swing and playing better golf. Impossible, you say? Not anymore. Golf Boost Artificial Intelligence, AI, has developed and patented the most advanced swing analysis technology in golf. Simply, the algorithms detect your body position and then analyze your golf swing using their artificial intelligence technology. The AI captures all the relevant data from your swing video and then presents you a personalized lesson. Golf Boost AI is the ultimate swing analysis and virtual instruction system for golfers of all ages and abilities. This sophisticated software takes into consideration your height and build, playing level, and returns the ideal solution for your swing. Bottom line, Golf Boost AI is an incredibly convenient and cost-effective tool for golfers to improve their swing. Go to golfboost.com and check it out. The app is free to download and try. Visit golfboost.com today.
Innovation begins at a single point. Elements, each with their unique character. Fire-forged steel creates unprecedented control. Chemistry delivers a touch so soft, combined to create a level of performance previously unimagined. Like magic, the Elixir, the new tour ball from Encore.
All right, we want to thank Zevi Perez for a great interview. Great young man with just a bunch of talent. And speaking of talent, we're right in the middle of the FedEx Cup race. So I hope you're getting a chance to watch some of the tournaments as that's going on, because we're coming to end of the season's going to be here before you know it. So catch as much of it. as you can. So that's going to wrap it up for this edition of the 19th Hole podcast for golfers. I've been your host, Dennis Silvers, wishing you nothing but fairways and greens, and we'll see you again right back here next time, same place. So long, everybody.